Good evening. I'm Elena Verdine and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. And topping the list is the forecast, especially as we get ready to kick off the high school football season. We were crossing our fingers throughout the week, hoping the storms would stay far away. Chief Meteorologist Ken Weathers joins us now. And Ken, how's it looking for the games around the area tonight?
Elena, most are going to be just fine. We had a delay earlier in the Maryville-Alcoa game before it started as the showers moving through it, but it's cooled you down to 81 degrees. Same thing in Knoxville right now, 73 from a rain shower earlier in Kingston and 85 in Loudon, but it's still on the steamy side, sticky to tropical, where we have the orange and pink shading across the board. And let's take a look at where we have one of those showers right there over Rockwood, south of I-40 now, sliding southeast. So there's a little bit of lightning with that, 3 strikes, but the showers earlier from Blount County, even into Knox County, are gone. So as of right now, that's the only one we're keeping an eye on. Let's look at a wider perspective. You can see that batch that moved through. That was the one that caused the brief delay in the Maryville-Alcoa game. You're going to be fine. And unless we have a game now southern Roane County, which I don't think we do, or over towards Loudon, we should be just fine the rest of the evening the way it's looking. Rain chances will be gone close to sunset, which is just about 8:15, 8:20 now. So about an hour from right now, and then we're quiet the rest of the night. Temperatures will start out first thing tomorrow morning in the mid to upper 60s. That's right about average for this time of year. 68 is the average low, and 88 is the average high. That's where we'll be tomorrow. But there'll be a few close to 90. Oak Ridge, Loudon, Kingston, all at 90, 91 in Spring City. And then you factor in the humidity, and it still feels a little sticky out there. Some mid-90s for heat index values. Remember, we talked about it's going to be a little cooler through the weekend. It'll be later in the weekend once a cold front slides through a little later in the evening on Saturday. As it does, areas to our north could have a few stronger storms. I'll talk about that and just how cool we'll be before the weekend is over. That's coming up in a minute, Elena.
All right, thank you, Ken. And you can use our free Storm Team 6 weather app to stay on top of the storms wherever you are. To download it, go ahead and scan the QR code on your screen, or you can search Knoxville Weather in the App Store or Google Play. A former University of Kentucky cheerleader from the White Pine community of Jefferson County now pleading guilty in her baby's death. As we've been reporting, Laken Snelling was indicted in March on charges of first-degree manslaughter, abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. The investigation began in August last year when officers found a baby inside a trash bag, which was in a closet in Snelling's home. She withdrew from UK a month later before she was ordered to house arrest at her family's home here in Tennessee. Snelling's sentencing is set for October. A big ruling just released as Christa Pike fights the death penalty she is facing. A special master appointed is rejecting all the objections raised by the defense team representing the only woman on Tennessee's death row. Pike was convicted in the 1995 killing of Colleen Slemmer, a case dubbed the Job Corps murder. She is set for execution at the end of September. Attorneys have been challenging how Tennessee carries out capital punishment, with attention focused on the failed execution earlier this year. We were there in the courtroom last week as that special master heard evidence on Pike's medical conditions and how they might interact with the lethal injection protocol. His finding out today: Pike's team failed to supply strong enough evidence that Pike would face undue suffering in her final moments as a result of those factors. The court also rejected hanging as a less painful and viable alternative execution method. Next now on the 7, the Knoxville Police Department has now charged a 13-year-old boy with voluntary manslaughter in connection with the death of his 12-year-old brother. We told you when the 12-year-old was found dead at his Cecil Avenue home Tuesday morning. KPD says a preliminary autopsy found the boy died from internal injuries due to blunt force trauma. Homicide unit detectives found the boy had been assaulted by his brother over the weekend. It is unclear what happened to the 12-year-old between the weekend and when he was found dead on Tuesday. The boy's brother was taken into custody last night. The investigation continues tonight. The search of Augusta Quarry in South Knoxville for a missing man is now ended after investigators reviewed new video evidence that clears things up. Knoxville police say the video shows the man who had jumped into the water leaving the area late last night after emergency crews cleared the scene. Crews with the Knox County Rescue Squad had spent the day searching the quarry after reports saying the man had jumped in and didn't resurface. Authorities say there is no longer a need to search the quarry, but Fort Dickerson Park will remain closed for the rest of the day. Well, it's been nearly 10 years since Maryville police officer Kenny Moats was killed in the line of duty. Today, his son is reflecting on his father's life, legacy, and how he now follows in his footsteps. 32-year-old Kenny Moats died August 25, 2016, after being shot and killed during a domestic call. Since his death, there's been an outpouring of support by the Maryville and Greater Blount County community and the creation of the Officer Moats Foundation, giving assistance to other families experiencing loss. Now his son continuing his dad's legacy in another way by joining the very department his dad served.
Nothing that I can do to surpass what he's done. I think the best thing that I can do is just continue to be my own person, my own officer, be the best dad that I can to my son, and just keep going every day and just not let anybody forget who he was or the type of person that he was.
Cameron Moats tells us he is happy to see his father continuing to be honored in his community, specifically with events like the annual memorial ride in his dad's honor. A Campbell County woman is being charged with disorderly conduct after a video of her March arrest inside a Campbell County courthouse went viral. Renee Murray was recording the arrest of her husband, who got into a dispute with the Campbell County Criminal Court Clerk Bobby Van and his staff. Murray says the officer lost documents her husband submitted so he could have his record expunged. The incident happened outside Van's office, which is inside the courthouse. She says she was arrested after speaking up, saying she was worried officers would hurt her husband. We're going to show you that video from Campbell County Courthouse, which was provided by attorney D.T. Christmas. Christmas says his client was charged with assaulting an officer, charges which were dropped. And he says the courthouse video played a key role in that. We told you that Murray recorded the incident, but that video and audio wasn't available because her phone was broken when it was returned to her by police. Murray and Christmas spoke about that video you just saw.
They had just put the cuffs on me, and we was walking, and I said a cuss word, and we walked 5 steps ahead, and he slams me as hard as he can into the wall and screams, "Stop resisting." And I say, "I'm not resisting. See, I'm not resisting."
This deputy said that my client was assaulting him and jerking and resisting when he slammed her head against that wall. That is not at all, it's blatantly untrue. You don't even need to have good vision.
Christmas says 4 of the 5 charges against his client have been dropped. Van spoke with 6 News over the phone as he is currently recovering from a stroke. Van says that in March, his staff was being yelled at by Murray's husband, so he came out of his office to speak to him. But there was no physical altercation between the 2 men, and Van says he didn't seek one out. The Campbell County Sheriff's Office has not returned our request for comment. After more than 2 years without a local hospital, the city of Jellico has approved a new owner and a new plan to bring it back. Braden Health has acquired the former Jellico Hospital, but the company says there is still a long road ahead before patients can return. Braden Health officials were at the hospital today, along with architects and engineers, beginning to assess the building. Co-founder Kyle Kopech says the city of Jellico voted unanimously Thursday to turn the hospital over to the company. Kopech says the building needs some significant renovations, along with permits, inspections, and state licensing before it can reopen.
The hospital's going to need a lot of work. Today we have architectural and engineering out. We'll have to go through licensure once we do all the renovations and things. So it's probably going to be at least a year, maybe a little more.
Now, when it does reopen, Braden Health says the hospital will start with emergency and inpatient care. The company also plans to add ambulance service. Braden Health says it will invest at least $14 million into the facility and create around 120 jobs.